Hello and welcome to the lesson Getting Started with JavaScript. In this lesson we will discuss what is JavaScript and what are its basic characteristics as a programming language, what are the basics of JavaScript structure and syntax, how JavaScript can be integrated with HTML documents, and what are the possible uses of JavaScript in web development. JavaScript is a high-level object-oriented interpreted scripting language that enables creation and handling of dynamic and interactive web content. While it is mostly run on the client side, and we will be discussing the use of JavaScript on the client side, it is also possible to use it for server-side scripting, for example through Node.js. And as you can see, JavaScript is a complete programming language, but its characteristic is that it is mainly used to create dynamic web content, and we will focus on that aspect of this language. The structure and syntax of JavaScript is slightly different than the structure and syntax of HTML and CSS. It is more familiar to those who are users and who are fluent in high-level programming languages, for example, like C or Java, which is a distinct programming language. And as you can see here, the basic syntax is case-sensitive, and it consists of statements which end with semicolons. So each line ends with semicolon. And the blocks of code are enclosed by curly brackets. It allows the use of primitive and more complex data types. And on the right-hand side, you see in the code we have two variables declared. One is a variable which is text or character variable, and another is numeric variable. And the type declaration is through the way in which the content, the value of variable, is presented. And then we have functions and control structures, which are standard features of high-level programming languages. They allow creation of functions and such structures as conditional statements and loops. So in the example, you see a function which will print out a greet message, the number of times that are specified in the call of the function in the code. Then we need to speak about integrating JavaScript with HTML. And as with CSS, there are three main ways of doing that. One is inline, so we specify attribute of an element within its tag, and here we have an example, onClick, which is an event. It will display alert hello world. If we will click the element, if we will click the button, we may have the same result if we will specify the function show message in this internal manner. So then the button will have onClick attribute, which will be the event listener, which will react to the click of a button, and it will call the previously defined function show message. And then we have the third method, which consists of a part which is located within HTML document, and it references script.js file. So it loads the external file with the function definition, and then it could be used in HTML document as in the previous way of integrating the script with this document. So these are the three main ways, and as with CSS, what is currently mostly used is this internal and external way of integrating JavaScript with HTML code. So what are the uses of JavaScript in web development? First, it is about creating dynamic content and adding interactivity it allows you to change the content without reloading the web page and creating interactive elements of user interface. Then we may use it for animations and effects. So we may create visual effects for a website with JavaScript. We also have this ability to validate user input, for example, in forms before they are submitted. So client-side validation is something that JavaScript will enable us to do. And then the asynchronous operations, which allow to load data from the server without refreshing the page, are a very important feature and very helpful feature of JavaScript, and it is also quite popular to use this aspect of JavaScript in dynamic websites. So to summarize, JavaScript is a language used to create and handle dynamic interactive content, and it is used mostly as a client-side language, but it can be also executed on the server side. It offers a high-level language syntax with multiple data types and control structures. And it can be used not just for interactive content creation, but also for visual effects, input validation, and asynchronous operations. And soon we will learn more about JavaScript, so thank you so much and see you soon.